Focus Mizoram and Tute, Zibai Ule, Focus Mizoram Hun Loni Leta, Trumdanga COVID-19 Zungzang can share Turte, can Tite, can Chandra Tena Turte, let you Jankai Tak can say China, Maratun Trumahian COVID-19 Zungzang, the Lavin Tulom, Lamte, 2.mote, Ngai Kaila Ti in Gaituana, can Han saying, this one, Hehunahian, in Lengdom, Tak Mai can Nea, and YMM Karakan Soma. Tun nai luka metric results wakta kan St. Paul's Higher Secondary School lang nomang mitsu toppers di ngai khopa pakhat nilovin pathum school pakhat janga pakhat na din mun hau themi pathum mai anneya that's one an mani tan po hi history ania avoi khatlenna ani ve thowa chuwang chuan voina hian he school Mizorama school tha kan soidona mi zong zongina a berte jing kan chertel tur khopa school tha hi 18 years zina an kalpui ti te tin kan mu lo lama hian har san na te na lo tlak buak ve em no pang en kol chung changa te result tha nei theidan tur te thlengin chungte chu kan soi ho do na ti chuan chumi soi tur chuan an mani an school and how to pump your brother James and principal kan soma voina hian minrontel puilawa that's one Miss TME rontel buka Miss TME hi science teacher biology teacher high school lamani so an principal Miss Tetuna hian lo endo na ni uluk takin lo ngai tha ula kan du sa chewa tin brother James hi mizo trong ten adu chu soin adu timayang amana soi du zong le soi du lo zong akhana in ngata chan chu hela hian mizo trong chau kha man kher ngai lova mani na kan comfortable na kan soi duang te kan soi chwa theina tur ani kha chuanin engpo kha man na thei ve ka ti chuan amarem chan dan angin aron mangmai dona so first of all congratulations for the wonderful and almost unbelievable results and thank you so much for making your brother James and also Miss TME so how was the feeling when you get that result? Were you filled with pride, joy, happiness? How was the feeling?
It was excellent. We felt very happy about it. We thank God for the beautiful, wonderful results that God has given to us.
Yes.
St. Paul's.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much. So Miss TME, ketiang ang inne ngai and result cha chu inne ring thau ta amaro chu pakhat na pathum han ne kha chu in be se pianam te bolo ni mai theya engting nge nang man result in share kan engting ni no.
Kan lom lut tu ka kamini ka result swap ma za na chang to hang kan dik to lo cha ni chu wang chuanin kan she chak to a e chalo de ute kan theyang ti in kan lau thong ve de leka amai ro chu kan result te pathian zara ka tiang ko khana ran cha kan lom ema lockdown lai te ni wang kha ning kan kal theila wa pani pathum ve lekhi principal ho hian school lama an oma chu wang chuan e kumdang anga kan ti tor ang kha ni e kan ni hlat lom wang khang kan lim le theila wa mai ro chu phone kal tlangin kan lim ema nuam kan ti kan la ton ngai lo Mizoram history kan la ton ngai lo te po ti la kan ti swal ho me khatiang kha ni wang khang kan lim ma tin ma sabara chuang pathian na lom thu kan sei bok ni
ole alom me in ngai dan tur ti le ma in lo don san dan tu ka dong sung be the ni in ka sia in sei manga khan a limom don khu maya upur na kara khan khang tiang khan ni ta sia tro chuan ani le hi brothers hi St. John's Scholarship la ma ti principal te ani ya tin St. Paul's a potrum thum na at that time ani chu ti khopa experience nei tha ni ya tin St. Paul's a science teacher in bul atan boka chuan in zirtir tu ni na ko nga te athu nei tu ber ni na ko nga te thil tam taka experience nei trai me ma chu azir lai ten an changkai pui ni po in langa chuan ti hian kan zo chunga he result cha chen kha chu school chen kha chu an vulai te a onta anwa an swai le maya ti khan pros and cons engkima po omvek ta chuan in engtin nge result cha hi kum tina nei thei tur hian effort input how much effort do you put in to have that kind of result ti mai ngo chuan minan chang sila chuan misti I mean asoi bel tu ba ka brother ina asoi te po lo let ngal bo ka nga tu la tiang in aron soi non le don ani yes brothers please
it has been the effort of the students the staff
yes
and the parents that is how we have made it
yes
it is the hard work of all the three groups and it is with that only we have been able to get this good result.
All right, that's very interesting and Miss TME so you built too.
To na to do na so yang khan kan lotlin na hi students lampang chau ani lawa staff atang chau pon ani lawa tin nu le pa chang chau pon ani lawa kami pathum group pathum te tho ho na kha pui mo em a nu le pa te no pang te nan thorim na te mai ba ka zirtir tu te na kan thorim na kami in bel khoma wang khanin lotlim na kan mu the ni
Chan ho na chan rual na ka
ho na chan rual
a pui mo em ani chu ani chu da chuan kan zo bel le lo ka nga bet shang shang nom ta zir lai shang shang ron om don ta ni chu da chu chan ho na chu engtin nge in ne ring the engtin nge to ensure that in jang ho thei tur ang khan mo kamia kan engtin nge inti zir tir engtin nge kan soyang chan ho na kami a bond nei ring tur khan tu thlenga kalpui tur khan engtin nge inti
hey principal the kan nei tha thei em a he me ko ngai hian school in kol chungcha ngai an experience tha tak tak kan neya chuwang chuanin zirti tu te po hi kan in thla da thei lo ang thlu kan ita in kol thra em a min train thra ti mai ila ka swal lo anga e chuwang chuan ke mania hianin no pangte kan swar thala wang ti hlau na te hi a om ve a tin no pangte po in kha ingi mo chena chuan an she ve a tam zo ki chuan chuwang chuan e khami ru ha min put tir thei tur khan chanan lan sa kan mu ti hau hian no chuwang chuan in kan
in khada lovin
in thada lovin changmar pa tin min siam ani chu zirtir tu mai ba ka ano pangte a po mo
ole alom ome tho ho na te din achunga om tu thu ken ko tu thu vai vir tu ti me yang chu an boi mo je te po lang zel in kishia the chuan kan zo le du chu hey assumptions tam ta kan ne ya many have assumed that the best of the best are picked up chuan nge result the chu nei tha ang chu han ti mai te mo nge ti nge nei that ma wang zir lai tha tha ne long ti te omani but chu nang mani tram yan chat ka du a chu thil dik ani rengem how far is that true chuan nang mani zir lai ti a hianin zir lai dang school dang mi ti ang thova nu fual tran pui ngai ten omem chung te chu engtin nge mi dang te ne na in level 2 khan in zu pick up engtin nge in boy pui ti te ka brother will answer first and then we'll go to Miss DME.
Contrary to the popular belief that St. Paul gets the best of best,
yes,
more than 1/3 of the students get admitted do not measure up to our admission criteria because we give special consideration to various different groups of people.
Yes.
The weak students are so many of them, but they are specially followed. There is much more care given to this group of weak students. They are assisted to catch up with the rest of the group.
Yes.
And special classes are done, studies are arranged, and therefore they too come into the fold and walk along with the brighter ones as well.
All right. So, anything you want to add on that? Also, adang bo.
Yeah. Tuna principal ina soy ang kania. Alanda na hi chuan ni pola ma chang chuan a cha chan tlang alom ti hi chu a rifawa kan shefawa ani du mel viau boka a mai ro chu I class 9 admission ti do na hianin a cha hi chu kan thlang lo dewa criteria shang te tu na I brother in ran soy ang khana om via a chen te pe hi chu tingtlang lama changa romkal te mo har sa ve tak te po kan pui ve na sa ni tin veng chung school om na veng te tin alumni hianin engi mo chen te kwa tan han nei ria catholic te khatia angzong khan school nei tu te an ni wang khan chung te chu an ni a thiam the ve khan ni lo shim ni chu mi te chang chuan tin chu mi da ta chuanin I test an ma ka chang khang kan han la le ta a har sa hi chu an tam ve ni tik tak chuan mo
boy pui ngai zo lang khan tam ve
pui ngai an tam ve top
chu tu na brother ina so kan special class te le khatyang khan treatment midam te ne na an thiam dan in rual tur ang khan in enkol thin ti na
in kol ve school a chuanin same teaching ti la zir na in ang vek kan pe kan tin chung hianin a thiam lo te ma week de ulek te hi chu extra class te kan pe a tin zirti tu te po computer khanin routine de kanin siam china exam ma ten mo tin chu me ba ka chuanin kan kawa har sanna family a emo an mani personal life a emo har sanna de an nei nge ne lo ti te problem shang te an nei ve the ni no pang ti han high school kal rol te ni ve to chu wang chuan kan kawa kan koma kom chang te po kan ne ya tin an mani te po anin swe chadu vya china hi chuan a thei chin chu khatia lama te po khan zir na mai ba ka hang kan in pui ve chin
only a trangkai na chuldon ti kha lang ring maya he thiam thei school ti anga kan lo shan wat kha ani vek big lova tin a feel le ka tian tu pon om ve thu em mi nge nang ma ni school exam ti khan
school exam a chuanin fail na sa thei khop mai
chu ti zog mo
activity te hi kan nga angrenga chuwang chuanin an in thla da ve china term exam ate hi chuan chuwang chuanin lau thon om tak tak hian tam ve chin an feel na sa ve chin mo
So, brother, I guess then from what Ms. Tiemi said, you must have had a lot of cases as well, just like any other schools, right?
Very much, very much.
Yes, but then you can handle it very well. And so on, anu result chatak tak ten nile zela kaka so nang manin enroll ka in again apoy mozia in Bihchianna ka in zirlaitia in tu ni in kashia so on nang mani po in tan haudan ka ngeni at in ton tla kan tite ang that's one at tirla makan kan soy do at the very beginning zirlaiting ye zir tir tu te he credit result credit a hian poi mo zo ti kha kan soy to thowa tan hauna ni india ma ro zo han shiat inge azir tir tu chuan enge ti theya azir lai chuan enge ti the ti a khamo entinan thatakin lo zir tir theya azir lai chu khami ka alo in thada chuan induang khami thei chuang lo tin zir lai thathem ngai ma se zir tir tu in thada chuan ani thei chuang lo ti lai ang kha a role a kha shan le ka cha ka so the who should we credit, the teachers or the students, or what are the roles?
It's a very good question. I would say the credit should go to the teachers, the students,
Yes.
and parents. Only the difference would be for the brighter students, the teachers and parents have to take less work. But for the weaker students, the other two take lot more of work is there for them.
I see.
So when these three components come together, cooperate with one another, there is an synergy, I would say. We do well, our students do well. That is the pride of St. Paul's.
That's interesting. Miss TMA kan som le tiang.
yeah han lo tin sia hianin zirti tu te tan chuanin anuam thei khop mai le zuala na tin ke mani mai ba ka tu na suyang khan no pangte an ni ta anu le pa te tin no pang hi class pakata som ro ka changa som sari te kan nei ta kan section te atama heng zong te an han lo tin vek phei chuanin kan lom be ma ni an nu le pa te aning kausa swal chang pe jan nu te min tin nu china wo tiang kanin shon na satawang hian chuwang chuanin kan a credit kha chu zirti tu chau an mani chau bilovin zirti tu te parents te ani a tin kan lom chim khop mai a zirti tu te kan lom berem ani ti tur hian pakhata chuan entinan chuanin class a thiam thei chau ten lo om lo a thiam lo tam takan lo om ta hei lo thon om ten lo om ve ta khami lo thon om deu te an han pass pe hi chuan an result zir khan pakhat na ai po khan khami result ta khan kan lom zo ke moni o ti tur ko khan kan lom chin ani chu tiang chu kan ni ve
Anything you want to add, brother?
Yes, St. Paul has become part of MIZORAM, and therefore everyone looks at it. Everyone puts in their effort, their contribution in making St. Paul's to do well.
Yes.
Therefore, we are confident that we will be able to continue this because it is not the work of only the teachers and students but also the parents. The society, I would say, is interested in the development of St. Paul's, and therefore it goes on well.
That's exactly, I think that's true, and that's a fact because ke mani chawin kan ti thelo wa ma hi chan ho na zela nia chuan etuna brother ina soika kan thwal le lokanga hey St. Paul's nia han dia St. Paul's hi chuan kan zuwa yanin kan expectation po khi ta ta sang em ani chuan kan expectation ang po hi anron phasel china ni chu bang chuan St. Paul's tu hi enge a components ti mai te angmo chuan in tin nge school dang la ka hian in differentiate dan tu nang mani hianin with pride han sayula because I am trying to dig a kind of a secret that makes St. Paul's the St. Paul's. So I think I will get the right answer, and I guess people will benefit out of that. So Manzuan, Brother James Yan Kong Aidan Sang Sila.
St. Paul's is an ordinary school, but we want to do our best.
Yes.
And while doing the best, we would like to keep up our motto. We would like to serve the Lord and the country. And if you ask me what are the components,
Yes.
maybe the first I would say it is the work culture that exerts or that expects the best from the management, the staff, and the students. So that would be the first thing.
Yes.
The second component, I would put it, the teamwork. We are all in the mission, the beautiful mission of education.
Yes.
And that makes the difference. And we value the staff, we value the potentiality of every student who comes into the compound of St. Paul's. And we know that by helping them, by giving them a pat on their back, they will attain their potentiality, the full potentiality.
Yes.
And all of us are focusing ourselves to get the best out of our students. And that is the secret.
That is the secret.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing. So, hey, kan etu te shang kum lama upadeu te no pang deu te tin trong shet na lama nge man sak deu le shet thiam har deu te yang te poka kanom the ya chuwang chuanin afia ve kerlo mai the ya chen tan ni ro chuan le non le ker ngai lo bin afia em the chuwang chuan kan an ti pol nom kan ya min shet thiam ula tuna soi ro ka chu poi mo em a chuwang chuanin mi si mi hanin an soi mizo jong khanin han soin han soi non ama du zonga soi pa in tu na brother ina soi ka han let link ta sila tha ome
Pelet ling fu la wang chu kana wang re. Sai deu nok nok meng o.
ole
Ni e St. Paul's to han ti mai la. Ami e kha chu a uniqueness adang lam na bik nia kan han soi ve china kha chu kan work culture hi midang te pun makan ti ve china. Hi work culture ti mai la kan na tho dan kan in zir tir dan te midang school ai ha kan chabi reng lo ni zir tir tu te hi kan chabi mi ala ba I school dang han inila zir tir tu chatak ta kan ne ni zir tir tu senior experience le thiamna nei chatak tak te tam ta kan oma ke ni chu te khyang kan ni ve no a he ka soi le soi no kan pu te ha min en kol thiam me ma kami work culture tur khan no chataka te mataka efficiency tur khan ni chu te mataka thok tur khanin min han cher ti mai la an mani a yan enton tura oma tin kan senior teacher ti an te ma em boka an ni nu hi kan zui lo thei lo ni atam so ka chuan an te ma na te kha kan zui zela kan in thla chong ti mai la kan zui ve zela ni chu kha ke mani a beta tin activity le engi mo kan nei reng in no pang a kan da tok ngai lawa kha ma na changa he lai changa alu changa aron kal to ni wa khanin kanin enzui pui zela zir na lampang ngot nilavin activity te competition te kan hoi hot reng puin khamia khanin kanin kalpuya kanin pui dia la o involve kan te zela duty tur kanin thlia ta khami kha adang lamna chu anive
yes ole and the unique practices any more you would like to advise?
Yes, see, we just do not look at the academics alone. We look at the overall development. So there are so many co-curricular, extracurricular activities that are within the school, outside the school as well. So we put all of them together and therefore there is an overall development among the students. It is, I also would like to say, it is not just by hearting. It is education of the heart as well as the head.
Yes.
And I would just like to say one particular thing which my predecessor, Brother Jose, introduced. It is the practice of one period every day at the end of the class wherein teachers work with the students who need special attention. They may need attention in their studies. They may need attention in their family concerns. They are given counseling. They are given support every day. So it is done by the teachers. And we also are proud to say that once a week we also have a period set apart for developing their other interests, the hobbies,
Yes.
the club activities. So put them together. It is a wonderful overall education
Yes.
in its full sense.
Definitely, because education is an all-round development, so it includes every of that. And I think it's very important to find the interest of the students apart from what they have to do academically. But so I think you really got that. So you mean you have been, I don't know, you have been having that since your predecessor, since the very beginning of the school. Is it right?
Yeah.
Or when did you start practicing this?
It is 1 year that we started that one particular one period a day. It is a recent development. But the teachers have been helping the students otherwise,
Yes.
before the class, after the class. But now we have put them into the daily routine. Therefore, it is easier for the teachers as well as students
Right.
to give special attention.
Yes.
Kalai khang kalau sui bel velu khanga
Oh.
hi period khat khati kha ni tin khang kan han ni ta tlaya po ni se zirti tu te class a hian class tin hian class teacher pani zel kan ni ta mo ti chuan khami class teacher khanin kan nau pang te kha period khata chuan akom vek thei lo ta pani
Oh.
pathum lat kan zo tam phei chuanin zona kan nga deu phei chuan hi li an ma nin sui tur ten lo nga deu phei chuan kan ti tam man lo shim shim ta ti khan ingi an thiam na te tuna principal ina soyang khan I an hobby te an tuina te mo an har sat na te tin eng nat nang ye nat na shom de lek te an yem har sat na entina midlama har san an yem tak salama har san an yem ti thleng khan kan so china
Oh.
tin hi tuina bik te mo music lama inge an tuina bik te thil dang dang in lama enge an nu le an pa te an pui chin em ti te katiang khan tin game se khel na sa em ti te chening kan in so ta ni mobile phone te katiang khan an mani nun chung ril hai chua ka she tur khan
Oh, in kom chin.
oh kan kom chin
Chu ani le period zo te chon hei zir lai te kan ni angin kan ban te kha kan chak thei lu tu gani chu kami school hours zo kha chon mo ma ra chu period khat han om tir le kha an mani an reaction nge an shake nge an chak nge an hu phur thi nem nge eng tin nge an la kan mani lamin
a anol pui chon hoi chon chak ve chin thowa tlai lam te ni ve to china wang ya amai ro chu tianga han har sabik em chon om chuang
oh ti turan nga ya an
Oh.
ti na oh chuan chu period khat le khan om tlai khan thil tam takan mani tan chang kai na le mason na kha atlen be le thunga
tangkai
chuan
tu.
thoi na kha thil thakhen na ani ti kha chiang reng ome chuan a dot le a hian kan zo le du chu hei general takin han soita ira tun chu ma hian hemi St Paul's lam hi ron advertise ka tiang lam pang tum na kha om ya lo ba ma ro chu Mizoram history han siama tianga result chatak mai nei kha ani wanga focus Mizoram leng tura som khan ni a tuna chuan a general deulekin han soita ila in general terms hemi Mizoram kan education system ke ma ai ni chi chiang nang ni chu achunga in lu chila in thoka chuan chuan chati na ne nga thalo ti na in ne nga board dang mun dang mi ram dang mi ne na compare po tam takin lo nei thea chunga chuan kan educational system hi a thato kem or do we need upgrades or what could we do for the betterment of the students or maybe for as a whole society or as a whole state as well. Brother James and bin sang wasale sit on this mi kan sam le na
Mizoram is one of the states which is doing well in education, and hats off to the education department. But maybe there is a need to follow the schools which are not doing well.
Yes.
Maybe a kind of inspection by the department can help the schools. Another one important thing that I think is that the instructions in Mizoram, especially in high school and higher secondary, is supposed to be in English. But are we doing justice to that?
Yes.
I have my doubts.
Yes.
And then there is another thing that we need to take care is our students are made to rely so much on the prepared notes. if you say the bazaar notes, then the best doesn't come from the students. Therefore, that also needs to be looked into. And personally, I would like to say another thing. Since I am a science student, I would say that in the recent past, the practicals in science department has been reduced to only 10 marks, reduced from 30 to 10 marks. Because of this, I get a feeling that the students, the whole institution takes practical classes as not that very important. Therefore, we need to look into that. When our students pass out from class 12 and go to the other states, into the society, they should also know the practical side of the science. And therefore, making it from 30 to 10 marks seems to be not working that well. That's what I would say.
Yes. Thank you so much. And your suggestions, advice, your thoughts, your opinions are highly appreciated. So, Miss Emmy, going to say Belela.
Tuna aron soy changka din soy du lai deu kan ei chu bazaar notes kan ti ang chi prepared notes aron ti kha ho bazaar note hi kan ti na salut tu ka chu wang chuanin note an in pe kon bazaar note mi siam sa kan in pe mai chi na ni oma school chen khata chuan ha kan opang in an ring na sa an bai ha chur chura bai ha na na te kha chuanin han ahun lai chuan ti chat mai po kha lo ol mai the amai ro chu a thalo kan ti ni ke ni chuan bazaar note an ti hi I kan na te po han nei thawa I en su kan ti chuang lo amai ro chu an zir lai pui tu tan guide book ani angin no I lo guide tur khan khami an har sana tema an har sana te lo zon mu chua ol samna kan lo mang se apoi chuang lawa amai ro chu a zong a bazaar note sa anin nga chuan an mania inge khami answer kha hemi chana hi koila nge omang koila hi nge I la chua ki la dik berang ti te an mania khanin I thiam na don lawa I chu wang chuanin ma sabera chuanin an sha thiama an mani ina zo na a chana tur an zola chua thiam kha poi mo em ema chu wangin bazaar note chi mang tam lo thei se amai ro chu I kan la har sab deu mai thei hi chu school tam taka chuan mo chu wangin tin practical a po khan practical hi poi mo mema I nichina tuna I brother James ran so yang khan marks mu tuma changin marks so ma class 12 a chuan alo ni ta practical hi doctor te pon practical an practice nga zel lo chuan in ti le boy thlaki khatiang kha ani a chu wangin khatia an sia an chiara heta an memorize mai ni lo khan an mania ataka an han ti ve kha ati chiang tu turania chu wang chuanin kha problem pakhat khani vele do in ka sha khalai kha in nun chungai khop mai
bazaar note kan lo nei ni point ring roll bera nei lo kha acha san su ke mani athiam na tak kha om lo ni mi siam sa mi pho asa kan je kha chuan an tia chuwang chuan ma ni tangin kan answer te om zia shat te kan tum khan kan by heart get le zwal don ani chumo memorize get le zwal don ani poi mo khop mai chuanin Mr. Mi kan zod le lok je hei science teacher ni ya science result dom tak kan lo muto a chuan tuna po kan nei tuna po hian highest ni am science chu tiang chu in ni a chuanin chumia chuanin inge ni I thora kha ani ti kha ka soi lo thei lo wa a ko ma tha chona ra po tha ti kha hemi chung kwa zo lo wa po khan zirna lama po khan han apply ta mai ta ilai ti tha I nangma I ti tha ai zir lai ten ti tha ko mai ma se chumi ti tur chuan engtin science te su subject mina zongina an thiam lo te zir lai ate po lo ni ve ta a hei literature dang te ai chamo subject dan canvas soi nom na ni lo se harve em ani chuan ma se la a thaber topper highest nei te turonga engtin ye nangma hian izir tir chin izir lai te a engtin ye na kami mark exam based so khani ti ni a nge thiam na tak I nei tir nge engtin nge ti lai kha
poi mo khop me khai kami zo na ka ke mani thei to cha kan zir tir ve na me me ya amai ra chu ke mani chau kha ni lo kan ti to kha parents le students and poi mo bera teacher ti chuan parents te tho ho na kha poi mo kan ti ta tin he kan school a chuan kan in zir ti da na chuan science b ka chuan mo kan explain na kan explain ta ti chuanin hi a video smart class ang si de olek ti ti kan ne ve ti mang te khan kan hanin entira a chiang do em em ani ti chuan the ang angin kan han explain na tin class kan han explain hiang kan han soifen a line by line in a soi thelo ta a topic big ti kan thlang kan soya ti chuan a topa zona chin hi mo kami a topa zona chin hi board exam a chon ron chuak tlang pu ani ta ti chuan kami question kha an manin chang thiam thei turin chapter entina chapter pakhat biology a chuan biology kro zir ta example a kan manga life process kha chapter ma saber lo ni tani life process kan zo khan kami kan zo ve le khanin atopa question song kha kan discuss tani chutiang khatiang chuan helai mi in chang thiang textbook a hi chutiang takin a oma in chiaranga kan tia tin kan discuss vekta kan discuss zo khan an mani khan god kan in siam ta ni chu a cheni chu kan check fek se lo a thiang hi chu kan han en ve boka chuan an mani in dikha han siam no ka har san na in nei chuan min zon do nya ka tia kan ti china ti chuan I har san an nei chuan min zo thadu ang reng china kan nau te an pel ve le na chu min zo thadu em em a tin chu ti rwalin I an thiam lo po ngoi bo pui mai khan tam ve le tho ta chu tiang chu kan in zir ti dan chu ni a I bazar note si kan fak lo siam tu ten siam thre em em a mai ro chu an mani nge khanin be ve se kan ti bang khan a pui tu tan a sira lo pui tu tan chau khan mang se kan ti bang khan khatiang khan ya chu tiang chu kan in zir ti dan deu chu ni
ole lom ome zir dir tu te in hong ti po kha shat khom maya zir lai te na kan va biak po ngam me lo mo mi se yeng tin nge kan va ti ngam lo sar kan va ti ngam lo hin tam lo tu ka kan lau ru chuai chuan mi dang ti sa ko pi mo ngoi bo pui mai emo te po hin tam thina ma ro zir dir tu te in pe tak zeta in hong ani ti kha a chiang khop in ka sia le chuan in generally in kan soi ta sa azu wang san han soi le tai lai speaking in terms of general again I want to talk about the students nowadays. Let me put it that way because I'm not that old to say my generations, your generations, but the generations right now, because they are the future, they are the face of the future. You know, like teachers are the builder of the nation, so they are the ones who's going to build the nation. So, Brother James, what do you think about the students nowadays? I mean, are they lacking any determinations, interest in the real studies, disturbed by social medias and other games? What are your thoughts on that, and where do we need to improve?
Like anywhere in the world, in Mizoram also, in the present day generation, the students in a way lack determination. They also lack in a way the hard work, the working hard nature. In Mizoram, I also feel that there is a lack of career related planning for each student, and definitely we all know that the social media plays havoc, and also the time management the students and the parents and so on is not correctly done. So all these have got bad effects on our students. We say that the students should not use mobiles. We just cannot stop. We cannot ban.
Yes.
Of course, they cannot use mobiles in the school. Understandable. But as parents, can we ban? It is not going to help, according to me. But we can restrict at what time they can use their mobile, how they can use. Can the parents know what the children are doing with their mobiles? Who are they contacting? Is it only one particular person or a few persons who have bad reputation? Do our parents have the courage, in a way I would say, or the will to follow their children? It is very important. By banning anything, we are not going to achieve anything. But restriction, with their consent, children's consent, that is more important. And follow them up. And that will bring in much more good effects. That's what I feel.
Yes, thank you so much. Miss TME soi bel do mem kin alle the pe chan
kala kan sui bel ti me la kan thwal du de lep chu career plan ati kha kan ni tum te nge kan plan kan fiu kan malam huna nge kan ni tuma kan plan ve de hi kan chiang lo thin lu to ka a chen hi chu kan hanin zo ta kan school chau ni lo hi as a whole in hon I apum puin kan kal te sa pol som pani an han pa sa thil ti tur enge kan ni ang ti hi chiang lo hi atam so khi an ni tani tin pol som pani counseling ten han pechina career guidance ti te class 12 pol som pani a chau in pe khi atlai ka tia ke chuan pol som an zir lai chang hianin ni ngal thei se chang thi zir na hi in counseling ang te khani ngal thei se la mo a cha ka tia chan chu zir ve mol tu pian tamani hun po in siam thiam lo tin study timetable kan ti ta zir dan tur po in siam thiam lo de ha atam mitam takan lo om ve le ta chuwang chuanin plan fel tak nei tur chuan pol som an di lai chang a chen de chuan te reute he middle school an di lai chang te khan plan fel tak te pon lo nei thei tho ta khatiang ne lem si lo tang ka chuanin ru nu le pa te pon lo sha si lo sha pui se ka tia he pol som an di tal kha chuanin an tuma chiang thei turin mo lo tu nget sela ani lo chuanin nakina an boy anga tu lai pe chon competition a sang to sia na te po awanga chu wangin thiam bik ni ta lo pe chuan namu me har to chu wangin an thei to kan tran theinan an future an malam huna enge ka ti theyang eng hinge ka tan ni sia cha ang pani pathum po lo hwal lok sela an tumna san chuan an tlana san nge nge ka ti ve tla tani chu ke chuan kalai te kan sui war do de ule ga ni
chu an namang po kan nu hwal na ni ka sia tro career hemi planning nei hi chan chu endina phailama theilo tin lo han om sham du te hi kanom ta mani ram chunga bo zirna thatak tak in class 11 12 kan zo hian kan zir thia tin mani subject mani nam subject ti mai ti ang mizo ngei bo kan zir thia chu chuan thi thui tak min thlen the ni chuan chuanin phaya han om cha mi dai nan tia wanga han ti be mo kan fa te nom lo bi kang tia rual on le fa ti ta na za thak lo na kha ni nu le patam tak hi kan ri ru kan ngai to na hi kan min man film zo min man ti lo ve the ni ke sia chuan kan rual kan el na te rual kan ona po kha a tha zong khanita se omze ne zong khanita se la ti kha kan soi bel ve lo tu ani
chuan khanin thil pakhat ka lo se be lo thenge e khatila ya khanin a chen chu science la chi te arts lam kal chi te commerce lam la chi te an om ta e pol som exam a science a ka ma ka sang ti awanga tui tak tak si lawa chung te ti na awang te chung te nan nor na awang te tumu mal ne lawa awanga science lak very ngot te kha an problem ka ni le ta ni chu an han pol sang zela an mani a khanin an har sak te china ni chu wang tak chuanin an thei na kha I ama chang khanin lo in chuak tur kha lo in be ve nga ya a chen te chu arts lama kal se ti chat de tur lor de tur mo khatia ang khan om ve ya chu wangin I kan ni na kan tuma khan kan sia na ngai ti kha shimol mul se ka ti
ale thako mai kan man changkai nge yang ti ka ring ani chun alumni te hei thatak tak in ne in kalna pe nga officer ni emo doctor ni emo business person ni emo loading kan ti kan sarkar na thok ka kan soilem lova private business ne ya loading tak tak an oma sing post chuaki an thanem khop maya in kalna pe nga miss brother lo ti thei chu po anomin ka ringa chuwang chuan amaro chu chu ti ro chuanin a then atam zo kha chu an loading chuang lo ve tho mai theya pasal no pui pasal nei ngal ta te emo engma ni ta lem lo de po om ve the ni chuwang chuanin in zirti nei nang vek in pe a in kol na ni nang vek ani ta a chuan ma se ma ni an nu na khatia school an chwa san emo an ma ni a an din don khan an shang ta lak maya a chale a thalo te po kha kan thar theita chunga chuan enge in zirti na kha engtin nge an chom nung zel theyang engtin nge loading turin kha ataka an man theidan tur khamo chu brother hian han sei lema sa sila miss tm drula ti le ron thwal le anga yes yes sure I was talking about the alumni that have prospered and that have reached many greatness achievements in life but many or some of your alumni, some of your students may not be up to expectations or may not be in the position where we can say they are great or they have achieved. So you have given same education, discipline and everything you have provided till class 12 are exactly the same, but they have diverse, they have dispersed, and they have gone to different lines, professional lines. So what do you think matters the most for the students after they leave the schools so that they can be successful, they can achieve a lot of things?
It is true that our alumni members are doing well.
Yes.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
They are in every department,
Yeah.
in every sphere they are there.
Mm-hmm.
But some of our students, when they complete their plus 2, the class 12, and then go to college and so on and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
they lose their focus.
Yes.
They lose their determination.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe by the environment, the friends, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
They also lose the hard-working nature. They also lose their sincerity to their job, their work, and they fail. However bright they would have been, when they lose their focus, when they lose their hard work, they lose out in everything. And therefore we have people who have intelligent but have not been successful in life.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I would like to say.
Thank you once again. Ms. TMA, so you do am kanya kan?
Tôi tin kan soi nga kalai khan
Oh.
ni e school an zir zo hian a chen te chu tuna I soi ang khan
Oh.
mi lo ting tak tak mun jang shanga kai lam miss mi lo tinol na tur chun om veta
Oh.
seniority na lam ni la din e katyang khan ni a amai ra chu ti rol chuan in tuna e brother na soi ang bok khan ti tak tak na hi la chami an tam ve ni mi zo te phei chu kan sha a e income khom dol kan ya kan society na zir lo wangin I kan la thiam ve cha lo ta thil kan ti dol la chan te po kan income dol la amai ra chu kha I a chu lo chho chan ve ani mai the ya kan in adjust thiam te I kan in control self discipline ani ang chu kha apoi mo chho ve ra in ka sha kan tai mak na te apoi mo atin I ti tak na thorim na kan ne lo chuanin I thiam thei tak thin po lo ni ma se lo ni mai la mo I college kal china khan thil hi alo zau to an zir lai te khu hoi zau lo ngai to bok nen khan I kan environment te po kha min ti che theya chu wang chuanin ti tak na sincerity mo thorim na tin ke mani in thunun the kha apoi mo em ani ka ti ve ni chu
Ole. Chu chuan lotlin lo na kong khathui takin ashila ni ti kha kan ngai thak ang khan an ron soya ti chuan ni mark chatak thin school a po popular ve tak mo ning thang ve tak lar ve tak mar so engma ni zui ta lo te po tam tak kan oma chu tu ma mi malin kan min soi lem lova mar chu khatyang kha om lo nan chuan ke mani a thorin na te tin ke mani in thun theina te apoi mo ani ti kha shenan le tai le tha ome chuan hei nu le pa poi mo na kan soi mo la tun na yan ka ri ro hena om de nge nu le pa poi mo na hi ka soi le china sports lam mani mo engline a pokal se an ma ni ya a be thei an ni lawa kan ni lawa wang yan nu le pa support na hi poi mo em ani ti hi ka soi chu zirna ko nga te le result chane ko nga te po hian engang tu ka poi mo nge ani hi ke ma hian ka soi chuak thiam lawa. So I would like brother James to tell me the role and the importance of the parents or the families.
The parents, both father and mother, they play a very important role in molding our students, our children. And if these parents can collaborate well with the school, the staff, the teachers, together they can inspire, they can guide, and it will be successful. And every now and then there is a need from the parents to monitor, to accompany their children to see how they are performing. Are they working hard? Do they have the focus? Do they go astray because of social media, friends, many other difficulties, the growing up difficulties? But if they can combine together with the teachers in the school, together they can make difference. And the role of parents is definitely very, very important in molding our students. And only if they can do that, our future will be brighter. It is bright, but we need to make it brighter.
Yes, there's always room for improvement, as they say. So does the parents also, if their role is important, they can also be blamed for the, how would I say, if the students failed in different ways, several ways, so they can take the blame as well, right?
They should.
They should. But no students are allowed to blame the students, the parents right now. Sansuke mani tora ka ania so man so nule pati ka londim lo ula so ti role ro so nule pa poi mo na kan soilan na ania misti mi yana ron soi chuak thia min kariga so man so khalai ka an soi no le lo pian
ka ve dan da in kan soi hi chung kwa nule pa hian poi mo ya fa de kan nei lo na mai ro chu kum tin som rup chuang hi kan en kol ve a an nule pa te chung kwa an ayang kan bula an na sa jok ma chu wang chuan in ka ve chin mani a psychology ka la na a biat kan training na chuan I no pang ti an lo pian chua lot hian an school ma saber chu an family ani ti kha ani china chu wang chuan in kum khat an ni a lo pian chu atanga kum nga ni tlengi chuan in lama school an kala an school chu in ani a chu wang chuan until zer hi apoi mo anu le pan an trong kam man te an in enkol dan te chung ko anin real ball dan song ka tiang kha an shelo mo kan ti lai khan ron she ve vek sia ron zir chau ve mek sia chu wang chuan in I chung ko bo ra ki apoi mo ka ti ni chung ko bo ra ka apoi mo ema anin kung ka ina te cha em ti te tin I adang le a chuan an fa ten lo pol sang ate pol niam ani la chuan duang to kan le en kol the ni mai theya I high school ron kal cha hanin hei teenage life ron kal hi mo I an har sa ve chin ni tam zo ki chu an har sa ve chin ema chu wang chuan in thiam angai em anu le pa te an chung kwa te tam po khan I thei to pan be hi angai ve a tin ni china soi ang khan phone te an nei na sa an nei tama skula mang thelo ma sela an nei na sa ema phone khan in thil tam takashila tunge an bia mo an soi ang khan tunge an bia enge an ti tin nu le pa ten zero ti liam por ringata enzui me alote an tam ve ni ka mu china chuan chuwang chuan in khatiang kha kan zir tir thiam to lo ani mai thei mathematics kha ka zir tir to thiam to lo ani mai thei amai ro chu a chokem azirem ti kha han zir zu han enzui zel ta ila enzui e tur siam pe te tin an hunan mang cha em time management bok kha mo zir intisi khan akara ingi aloti khatyang ha a har de ume the amai ro chu a theina china be ve kha pui mo ka ti em ma hlo thing zel tur chuan chu nu le pa le chung ko ang po mo phurda pui mo ta ka ni in ka sha
le I think Brother James is agreeing to that.
I agree that I have heard many parents telling that till middle school they know what their children are doing. But when they reach high school, higher secondary, I get a feeling that we, the parents, say we follow the Western style. They have become big. Let them manage themselves. But I do not agree with that. The parents have a responsibility to accompany their children even when they are in high school as well as in higher secondary. Because they need our help. The students, the children need the accompaniment of their parents, which is not doing that well. So I would request the parents to accompany their children even when they are in high school and higher secondary as they were accompanying them in middle school.
Middle school kan fate kan en puya khatianga enge kan nule pa mamo ngoi kan shian na kan telo wa ti thelo wa kan shian na angte khatiang anga kan ti ang khan kan en zui puyang khan high school ani mo higher te po khan en zui pui thei kha du tu samani ti kha kan share ka Brother James ten soi tha thei ko maya kan hule rohit su a local deu do ka maro chu zo na pani kha te lengin ka shia hey grades nei te scores marks nei chat kan du a try le chalo kan soina po niya A grade B grade ni mo o tiang te mo tin pakhat na pani na te oma atrin te ro hi chu school a hian pakhat na pani na te po anti to kheri lova tiang kan an chu dwala grade se kon kan soi ang khan ni ta a system dang je la kha ka chu karon shefek seng lova chu ta chuan chu apui mo reng march ne du hian kan zir si a mark track and they know the school track and loot books Masi does the grades or the scores or the ranks tells the future of the students, the future endeavors, future adventures, future studies or anything. Does it tells or how important is the grades? Because everyone is struggling, everyone is fighting to have the rank, to be the top. So how could we relate that to our future?
Grades are not necessarily predicting the future. Mm-hmm. But grades are important, ranks are important because it indicates the potentiality of a student. It indicates the possibilities of each student. All need not or will not get ranks, but we know where we stand. Yes. And unless we have the self-discipline, we will not be able to achieve any of this. The grades or the ranks give the student self-confidence. It also gives them a courage to go for what they need, what they are capable of. It encourages them. It is not everything. Yes. Sometimes the one who gets top ranks may not do well in life, but they know that this is my ability. These are my abilities. I need to look at various other things. So it is only an indication, not a prediction. It will not predict the future.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I think I get that very clear. Misty, I mean, Kawain and Soy Benesala.
Yeah, grades too. Apoy mo. Ema, tawana. Tuna, kan nga itlag ang kan. Kimani po, confidence min pea. Kimani chawa. Timaila. Grades alaw sana na na kan hoiler the ni mo zero light yam tin na na te ka so amai ro chu kan sha tangin khatiang kan ni reng thi lawa nakina mapa ki an langa ani tuna po som pani alo pa suan na jong rengat se awang chu wang chuan zir tur ala tam lut tuka a grades khan a pui roi roalin heta ama a theina a thiam na kha aron ti chwa zela na sataka abe kha nga ya chu wang chuanin high school level higher secondary kan result a charimot khan a chat a grades a chat ka chu a chat em walin a chalutuka ase kha khanin kan future kan tom tur kha min shwai thleng lo chu wang chuanin ke mania theina o makha heta brother neron so yang tho khan kan ti chua thiam na tur khanin na sataka kan tho kha hard work kha pui mo le ta ni chu mani in thunun te
le pui mo thin ko mai e grades te rank te hi kan da pui mo a kin da pui mo tur po ni a kan thiam na kan theina pholang tu nia maro chu khami wang khan future chatak kan nei don't care ti kha min promise si lo wangin ke mani kan chan mar pat kha a pui mo tak zet zetani le chuan atom nan kan ti te ang hei covid-19 ania kan shia a covid kan boy ema and everything is on hold. So is there any plan to get back on the track with your students or so that you can get the same results like you used to every year? But I know it's been holding on every one of us, institutions or any other business. So is there any plans or yet to be done?
I think COVID-19 has brought us together. Now because we need to understand that it is not the ranks that make us human beings.
Yes.
We need to go beyond these ranks, beyond all this, to feel that we are one.
Yes.
We are one and we are brothers and sisters to the Lord. And that is, if that is there, we can work wonders. And some of the great things of our culture, the Mizo culture, helping one another. This is the time that we have come to understand and go back to our culture, our root, and say that we need to help one another. And that is important. And COVID has taught us that we are one.
Yeah.
And that is what we need to stress upon.
Exactly. If we unite, then we can really overcome this, right? We shall
Yes.
overcome one day. Miss Tiami, atom na ningi mo sa ito.
Ye kami COVID-19 awanga thil kan ti thelo school kal thelo
Oh.
engma ti thelo ti atama plan em su kan la nei shi lo achan chu government tu te kan ha vi a kan be si dan chuan July August vel bor po ni mai thea amai ro chu kan lu the huna e ro chuan in kan thok fi ang kari
Alle tin ti ngai don ni turo le eng po ni sela student thatak tak nei chun zum zel turin du sakna ka lan chewa in na tho hian na mai lovani zirlai ta nu le pa in nia kan ram siam tu in nia. So I wish you all the best to both of you, and thank you so much once again for being here. Letikan kan LPS focus Mizoram chu kan to blo hun le ta der maya tor bu yong thin khop maya hamara chuna kina episode da ngate kan lein kom le theitura ngai ta ila ati lama kan soita kan khan St. Paul school te voina hian an how to te kan ko mani a maro chu school faktum na emo khatyang ang admission zone na lampanga khan milong ai saklo ula he hi chu an school in rel bol dan te le result tran nei the dan te chui chian na ka ania chuwang chuan school dang te porem chuan kan ti zel do na ni ti khamilo shat sak do nia chuan hemi LPS a hianin Friday zanda ruka te chuang china tin azana po replay le nia TV and man lokalom chuan YouTube pa te po enthia LPS Vision Production official channel akhan LPS Focus Mizoram le program poi mo tak tak hi upload sia china nia adu tan ena like and subscribe thei bokani LPS Focus Mizoram le huna kanin mule thoi don ya